All right, welcome back to Life Beyond the Workout. This is coming from Underdog Studio, located in Richmond Park, and this has been a part of what we do that we have not done in a while. We kind of took a break, so we've been doing the Truth of Fitness, which is our Sundays podcast, and this is our first guest back after supposed break that we're doing the Life Beyond the Workout, and this is Mike. Okay, he's been one of my clients for a very long time. And the truth, the fact of what this is, in case people don't remember or don't know or their first time tuning in, is it's called the Life Beyond the Workout. And the thing about that is we invite guests that work out for the health of it. It's everybody assume big guys are big and working out and they don't realize and they don't put a lot of emphasis on the fact that you need to be healthy to do your job. So we've had quite a few guests, and all of them do different jobs. And the importance of what we're trying to get through to people is that it's not about being a big bodybuilder. It's about being healthy. I've had so many people drop dead in the last month or two because they're not healthy. They feel like health is give it or take, and it don't work that way. If you're not healthy, your ass will die. That's just that simple. And so we're presenting a series to instill the importance of being healthy no matter what you do. Okay, so we're gonna introduce you to our first guest, Mike. Now, how do you spell your last name?
Trimuel.
Okay, Mike Trimuel. Okay, and I'll let you speak. Okay, and the first question that I have is what's the importance? He'll explain to you what he does later in his interview, but what do you feel is the importance of being healthy for what you do?
Okay. First of all, I want to thank you for having me on.
Oh, thank you.
This segment of the topic is really a great topic that some people do not understand. But my name, like you said, is Michael Trimuel. I am the owner and president of Trims Trucking Inc., and also the owner of Trims Investments. That's a real estate company, and the other one, of course, is construction. Been doing it for about 34 years now. And the importance of health is what you're talking about, or good health. It makes a difference in so many different ways. Your mindset is different. For me, the strongest muscle that I have is my mind. How do you work your mind out? Okay, by challenging yourself. And what's the best way to do that in a healthy manner? Exercise.
Right.
Working out. Because what for me it does is it shows me how to push myself. You begin to get discipline and habits that are good for your business and good for yourself. Now, also, I didn't want to look like a truck driver. I mean, that's what really got me started going before I kind of had the whole, what we're talking about right now down. I just did not want to look like some of the guys that I saw. They were really big bellies and bad backs, bad diets, all of the stuff. They couldn't do this, they couldn't do that. And bad health, it limits what you can do. And instead of them trying to correct their health, they just take the limitations and accept it. And I'm not one to accept that.
Right.
So once I started working out and I got into just really understanding the concept and making it a lifestyle, not something to do every now and then.
Right.
I've had people come and look at me and say, man, you do not look like you've been in a business person for this amount of time. I said, well, I'm supposed to look. Hair coming out, high blood pressure, taking pills and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, sir. I take care of my health because your health is your wealth. And you can have all the money in the world and have 20 problems. And this is what you say. But if your health is bad, you only got one problem.
Right.
You only got one problem. It'll swamp all of that other stuff. But so many people right now don't understand how it really just gets you through. I start my day off doing different things, whether it be protein shakes or just reading as well too. But I make it my business to do something every day. And of course, I come to you guys to get beat up real good.
Okay, now let me let me just interrupt you for how long have you been training at Ratio 120?
I want to say 10 years.
Wow. Okay.
It's been 10 years. And, man, it's necessary. Some people may say, hey, why are you paying for training all of this? I said, no, you guys are awesome. What you do over there and the things that I've learned, not just the exercises, but why you do the exercises, nutrition and so forth and so on. All those things are good.
Right.
And when, I have some friends, man, that invest hundreds of $1,000s in old cars, antiques and different things like that. But they don't understand, man, the best investment is in your health, is in your body.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what improvements have you saw? How has your health changed since you become very committed? And I will say that you've been committed because you got this great trainer. It just happens to be me.
You're so modest.
So not only, and this is one of the great things about what we do. We have his wife trains there also. She's doing great. The other day, he brought his son there, which is great. And it's when you as a trainer can be so good and they can recommend their family, because the closest thing to most men is their family, the wife and the kids. And if they're recommending you to come to where we are, that means you have a trust that we would do for your family, because your family is the most important thing besides your business. And when you can, just tooting my own horn, when you can build such a trust in people that they recommend their family, their wife, their son to come to you because they trust and believe in what you're doing, that says more to me than anything that anybody else could ever say. That's the proof that what we do is far beyond just come work out.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that's one of the things that I like is that in addition to helping you, like I told you, you're right. Most truck drivers don't look like you.
I hire some of them, so I know some of them that are younger than me, and they're moving around. They can't maneuver around the truck like you should to even inspect it, and it's sad, but you can't make them. These hopefully some of them will watch this podcast and understand the importance of what we're talking about here. Because I mean, my father, I can take for example him. He worked very hard his entire life. When he retired, he slowed down. He stopped. I asked him. I said, "Dad, why don't you move? Keep doing some things and exercise." And he didn't need it. Well, he got sick. So now all of the work that he put in, all of the money that he made, went to the doctor.
Right.
And he worked hard to suffer in the end, and that's not where I want to be. All of whatever nights I'm losing sleep over running this business and taking care of all the issues, I get calls when I'm in there working out with you. I don't want it to be in vain. I want to be able to, whenever I slow down, I don't think I'm going to retire, but whenever I slow down, to be healthy enough to enjoy that time with my family.
Right.
And that's a great goal that a lot of people miss. And you go talk to some people that have health challenges, they'll let you know, hey, I wish I could go back and do this, that, or the other.
Yeah. And like this is one of the things, it's a part of interviewing you, but it's also a part that is separate. And that is, Mike is probably the only client that I have that is so smart when it comes to business and life and things like that I talk to on a very much consistent basis. And I'll tell everybody that's thinking about calling him, asking for advice. If your ass don't follow it, you up shit's creek, because he only gonna try to tell you once. So what I try to do is I try to listen to him and take his advice. So He's very, very disciplined in what it takes to make, save, and keep money. And he's very, very, very smart and just don't tolerate a lot of bullshit. If you ain't listening, if you ain't taking his advice, he ain't talking to you. So I want to say that from our clients, not only do we teach them, we learn from them. You know what I mean? And if you're smart, and this is something like I said, I've been in business for well over 30 years, and you don't last by opening your mouth and shutting up your ears. You know what I mean? You don't learn. So everybody can teach you something if you're willing to listen and learn and try. And that becomes the problem with a lot of people. They ask you for advice and you tell them, and then they don't follow, and you're like, "What the fuck you asked me for?"
They want to be comfortable. And growth in any way. I mean, working out. If you don't push yourself to the part where you can't go anymore, you won't grow. If you always stay comfortable,
Right.
And that's in life, that's in finance, all of it goes together. It's well needed together. And if you don't have a mindset to say, "Hey, I'm going to get uncomfortable so I can be more comfortable,"
Right.
you know if that makes sense. And that's what a lot of people, they don't want to be uncomfortable, and they're not going to grow, and they're not going to come to racial and lay back and be no slacker. But you guys are going to make sure that
As your son done yesterday.
Absolutely. Well, that's what I want.
Yeah.
If I didn't want that, I wouldn't come. And that was it took a while to learn and get the discipline to say, "Hey, I'm going regardless."
Right.
I can't tell you how many mornings I get up, and there's times when I don't feel like it. But man, I grab myself. I'm sorry, I grab myself by the shirt, get up out that bed, and I go do the things that you guys taught me, or I come to your studio
Right.
to get trained and get that butt kicking.
Yeah. So it's a very mutual beneficial to both of us. I mean, I do my job as a trainer, and Mike is just so he's willing to help and give as much as he can if you are choosing to follow it. You know what I mean? And I try to do my job with growing mentally from that financial standpoint. So I try. I want for Mike to really explain to the audience that's going to listen what is the benefits of you working out and being healthy. What are the benefits of it?
Well, first of all, I'm not ashamed to say I'm 58 years old. I don't have any health issues. I don't have any ailments. My blood pressure's fine. All my numbers are good. But when you look at the people around you, and even some of my family members that have health issues, that's motivation. Right there. I don't want to get there, so I'm not going to abuse myself because I'm not on until I get on medication and say, "Okay, well, now I got to fix something."
Right.
It's called preventive maintenance, and that's what I get, out of coming regularly. Even though, I mean, some would say you don't need it, but you always need it.
Right.
You always need it. That's like saying you don't give your car a tune-up, or you don't feed your dog or something like that. I mean, you always need to stay active. And that's one of the things. I mean, we got bad food in this country. I guess I can say that without getting in trouble, but we got bad food in this country. So it's not like we can just eat healthy.
Right.
And it'll do as much as it can if you're working out, you're exercising. Now, as far as seeing the results, I'm probably 15 pounds less than when I first come to ratio. I got my inches. I mean, you guys got everything over there. You measure your inches, you do all of that stuff, and you can track your progress. Of course, when you make progress, that's motivation for, at least for me.
Right.
And it's like, man, so I'm not coming in just to be coming. I'm getting results. And that's what I come there for, is to get results and to stay in tune. But it's so important and intricate to success when you take care of your vessel. Like I said one time, And it made so much sense. He said, if your dad gave you a car at 16 and said, this is the only car you're going to have for the rest of your life, how would you take care of it? Okay, you're going to make sure that car is ready. It needs everything. Well, your body, you only get one.
Right.
You only get one. So, I mean, but people have to see that. They have to understand it. Just like all the other things that you just touched on about financial literacy, they got to understand. Most people don't even know what money is for.
Right.
But once you understand those things, then hopefully, if you're looking to grow, you'll act on it and create these good habits. And to make these habits, that's discipline.
Right.
And that's what you all teach over there, discipline, for those who want it,
Right.
to create good habits. Once you have good habits, then, man, you're going to benefit from that. You'll see the progress.
Right.
So,
Right. And so you mentioned earlier when we started the interview that you have you have trucks and you have investments. So me knowing you, he has trucks and he has a lot of damn houses. you know. So tell us a little bit more about your businesses.
well, in terms of the trucking part, that's dump trucking. We work on a lot of the major projects that go on around the Chicagoland area. We're MBE, DBE, BEP certified company. Like I said before, we've been around 34 years. And most of the time, a contractor like, let's say one of the customers that we have now is Metra. When they have different things going on in the Chicagoland area, they'll call companies like mine to get some things on the move, and it's interesting. I mean, it's always something different, but that's what we do. We move material from one place to another, and we also do snowplow. I forgot about that. We do
Yeah.
snowplowing in the winter time, in the slower season when that's not going on, or whatever. We do that. We also work with some young people to train, and I've trained drivers as well. I don't have a school, but if someone is interested in learning and different things like that, we've done training as well. As far as for the properties, it started off with me just wanting a little something just to retire on, and I start getting more and more properties. So what we do is we have people that rent our properties. We've been doing that since about 2005, I want to say. And right now, all our properties are full, so I don't have anything available. But we try to take care of those like we take care of anything else. And financially, that was all about, hey, I don't trust if Social Security is going to be there. I don't trust somebody else handling 401ks and all that stuff. And this is just my opinion. That, man, I can handle my money just as well as anybody else can. So I reinvest. One of the beautiful things with that formula is we have zero debt. All of the companies don't. All of them are debt free, and we're debt free, and that's what I try to teach.
Now, was that your plan to be debt free, or did it just happen?
That's what it started to be. Was my goal to be debt free.
Okay.
Then all the other things start opening up, and it's like, well, man, I can acquire this, and I can do this, and I can invest a little bit more. I can take a few more risks
Right.
because of that, and it's worked out, man. God's been good. God has been good.
Okay. Tell us about your faith. I know you attend church service regularly, and God is a very important part in your life, as mine also. Tell us about that.
Wow. Glad you asked that question. I don't get that one often. But I would recommend anybody who's trying to do anything to introduce yourself to Him. For me, what separates, some people ask, what separates you from some of the other companies that they are on a different level. When I say you get started and you start working and you're doing it, that's one level. But when the work and opportunities come after you, that's what He's done for me.
Right.
There was a time when it was hard. Back in when we had the little recession in '09, '08, and things weren't looking real great. Customers weren't paying. A whole lot of things weren't going right. And that's when I really said, you know what? I've been in church and I've listened to things all my life. But now it's time to put it into play because I can't see my way out of this.
Right.
And once I tuned into, and when I say tuned, I mean relational, not I'm gonna go to church and I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna listen to this person say this and another, check a box and leave. I really wanted to know and engage and understand about having a relationship, with Jesus Christ and understanding what's going on. And when I did that, oh my God, uh, I started getting calls, opportunities, and to the point of getting debt free was real easy. So I would say, and I started really getting into that really strongly, probably in the last 12, 13 years. And it was life changing. So when anybody asks me, what is your secret? I don't have a secret. I said, but I can tell you what to do. But it's just like exercise and working out. A lot of them don't want to put that time in. They don't understand there's another way around this thing. Well, it's really one way around this thing. The other people take the other way, but there's one way around this thing. And in tithing, avid tither, and offering and putting that seed in good ground, opportunities come. Opportunities come, and it's like I have to laugh. I tell my wife a lot of times, he'll send me, and you've heard me say this, he'll send me what I need.
Yeah.
When I need it.
Right.
Whether it be drivers, whether it be information, what's going on. Hey, that's what he wants you to do. Trust him. So that faith conversation, man, I could go on and on for days on that one because I had some real miracles that he brought me through, in that. And it gives me more confidence in the things that I do. And it makes me want to take care of myself even more because that's a blessing.
Right.
That's a blessing. I wake up every morning with gratitude. It's because I know it's not my doing. It's his doing. Now, I put the work in. I ain't no lazy joker at all. I'm going to put the work in. But at the end of the day, when you get that formula and you use it, there's nothing but good going to come behind it.
Yeah.
Nothing good going to come. I mean, I've got some books from you on personal development, so you know how important personal development is as well.
Y'all understand that, okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is your... I know that you're an avid reader and an avid studier. What is your greatest concept of reading? What do you enjoy most?
Well, first of all, this is another habit that I had to create. Years ago, when I graduated from school, I was like, man, I ain't reading another book. But when you realize in personal development, when you realize that reading is essential, that's essential. Even just knowing the word of God is you got to read it.
Right.
He wrote it. If he felt the need to write it down so we can read it.
Right.
Then in terms of me getting involved in reading books, I think I'm up to, and this probably is nothing for avid readers, but maybe several books a year, 7 to 10 is what I'm reading now. And when you read, you have to turn, well, at least me, you turn some things off. You turn off the noise.
Right.
So you can be one-on-one with those pages in that book. And a lot of other stuff, you can't get that kind of peace where you can really get into those pages and understand what you're reading and be like, man, I can try that. And the other thing about me is I'm not going to read about something in which I do my research and does this work for that guy? What is the results from what he did and this therefore? So when I read it, then I'm going to put it into play. I'm going to try it. I'm going to read it just to have information. That's no good.
Right.
They say knowledge without act is not wise.
Right.
When you take that knowledge and you do something with it, that's wisdom.
Right.
So yeah, I would say to anyone, get some books, get some things that will stretch you. When going back to my friends and the cars and all of that, they'll read and research for a part about a car, about something that doesn't even have to do with life. It just makes them feel good to know some things. And it's like, man, learn about yourself. Learn about your creator. Learn about your manufacturer.
Right.
It'll pay off. I guarantee you that.
All right. Now, as we come to an end, okay, we have a few more minutes. We're giving you the opportunity to give up some of your information, website, phone numbers, things like that, of how people can contact you, because I'm quite sure, we do cater to a large audience of social media. So I'm not going to be surprised if people start calling you, like I try to do. So he will pick up sometime.
Well, since you're giving me that time, that means the doors of the church is open. No, I'm just kidding. You can go to my website, trimstrucking.com, and it'll give you some history once you hit about, and it tells you the different projects and the major projects we've been on. I need to update the website so you can add the Obama Library, the new Bally's Resort that they built in downtown, and Project 1905. We're working on all of those currently. And if you could use the service, my telephone number is, my office is 708-991-2453. The office is located in Homewood. My actual physical business is located in Harvey. My email is Michael, AEL, at trimstrucking.com. And in terms of the investment piece, in which right now we don't have anything available, which is a good thing, but it's Trims Investment LLC.com, trimsinvestmentllc.com. And my wife handles a lot of that, so you can use actually the same business number, the 708-991-2453. And that's if you want to call or check maybe down the line to see if we have anything available, or just put your name down for whatever. But that's it. We're not hard to reach. We're out here every day. And if you can't reach me in those, you can come to Racial 1-on-1 and see me on a Tuesday or Thursday.
At 11:30, he's there.
Getting it in. Getting it in.
All right.
Thank you all again.
So I definitely want to thank you for taking the time out. I know you're a very busy guy. I want to thank you for taking the time out to come and, to break bread with us and do the interview and be a part of what we're trying to do here. I really appreciate it. Because I know time is so important to people, and I know how busy you are. I mean, I've worked with you for the past 10 years, and I know how your time is precious.
Yeah.
So I really, from the bottom of my heart, want to thank you for taking the time out to come out here and do this. And also, like I said, I want to thank, you for recommending your wife there and bringing your son there the other day, which this dude used to come to our office, his son used to come to our office and sleep and do his homework. And now he's got to be over 7 feet tall. So I just want to thank you for all of that, because it means a lot to me. Not only you paying on time the way you pay, that's very important, but just the friendship we have developed and the talks that we have had over the years, they're very, very important to me.
Yeah, I mean, you're the ideal personal trainer. Personal. And I appreciate you, all the space that you have. I appreciate this podcast and everything. I mean, you didn't have to invite me on here to come and blab and talk about myself and different things that are going on. So no, I appreciate you guys as well, and looking forward to tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow is Thursday. I didn't think about that.
Big day.
All right, so I really appreciate it, man. Thanks a lot.
Thank you.
All right, thank you.